Hey there, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Whit and Carrie here. Super excited to be hanging out with you guys today here on the Daily Dose of Awesome.
Now, we want to ask you a question. For those of you who are here inside the Elite Marketing Pro community, have you ever wondered how exactly Elite Marketing Pro is going to help you build your network marketing business?
And if that's you, just comment me down below. How is EMP going to help me? How is Elite Marketing Pro community going to help me build my business? And what am I going to learn to implement into my business?
Yep, because today we're going to be talking about 3 known and effective strategies for building your network marketing business. And you just need to decide which one. They all work. That's
they
the
all
thing.
work.
They
They're
all
all
work.
going to help you generate more leads. They're all going to help you kind of get around some of the big learning curve that a lot of people are trying to figure out just doing this by themselves and stuff like that. But they all work. But which one will work for you, or the most effective one will work for you?
So if you're watching this and it's not live, make sure that you give us a hashtag replay in the comments. That way we can give you a shout out later. And if you're watching it and it is live, make sure you drop a comment. Let us know who you are, where you're from, where you're watching from. That way we can say hi and give you a shout out here while we're live.
Yes, Cindy, what's going on?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Everybody that's jumping on, give a few shout outs here.
Cindy, anyone else who's hopping on, comment your name, where you're from. That way we can say hi because it is
Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, good to see you. Awesome. Okay, so Fran's on. Sweet. Bart, good to see you.
What's going on? Cleveland.
Yeah.
In the house. Love it.
Trisha.
Phoenix. Close to us.
UK.
Fran, in the UK. Love it. Everything's
I love
a shire.
Okay, awesome. So if you're just joining us, we asked a question at the very beginning of this video, and we want to ask it again because we now have people that are coming on live. So, have you ever wondered exactly how Elite Marketing Pro is supposed to help you build your network marketing business?
And if that's you, just be honest.
Yeah.
Just comment to me down below if there's a little, kind of muddy water, murky water there when it comes to how is this going to work?
How is this supposed to help me? How is this going to work? Right?
How is this going to help me build my business, and what is that going to look at? Because that's exactly what me and Carrie are going to be talking about today. 3 effective strategies that all work. It's just a matter of finding which one effectively works best for you.
Yep. Okay, so Janine, Angeline, good to see you. Another Cindy is on. Maria.
South Carolina.
Annette,
just jumped
good
on.
to see you guys. Chuck, good to see you.
What's up, Chuck?
All right, so let's dive into the first strategy. Okay, we've got some me's coming through. Like, how is this supposed to work? How is this going to help me
Not
build?
anymore, but used to.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a few people that are going to be hopping on, which is really cool that they've actually used EMP to grow their network marketing businesses, like Whit and I have.
Yep.
And we're going to be giving you the 3 strategies that you're going to be able to use. So Trisha, awesome.
Thanks for sharing.
Medrano.
She tagged somebody in here.
I love it. Perfect. All right, so the very first strategy, and I've got my little notes here because I wanted to make sure we stayed on task. But so the very first strategy when it comes to building any network marketing business, and this strategy, I'm not going to say that it doesn't work because it absolutely does work. There are a ton of people that build their business using this strategy, and that is by direct recruiting or direct sales.
Meaning that they have a warm audience of people that they're already connecting with and really building with, meaning that they're able just to go directly to individuals and get them to join their business. And everybody's going to get to that point. Like, we want you to understand that, like, strategies wise, you're going to get to this point where you're going to be doing a little bit of this.
And we're going to be sharing with you how as the third strategy, but don't give it away yet. So the first strategy is direct recruiting and direct sales. So do you know anybody that, like, they came into your company and it seemed like 6 months later they were at the top. Like, they were hitting the top ranks. They had no problem recruiting people. They had no problem rank advancing. Drop us a 1 down below if you've ever seen that individual, or maybe you are that individual.
Or heard the stories,
or you've heard those stories of those people that hit top earner status in 6 months to a year. Because when Whit and I first got started, we were not that person. Right? We had no network, no credibility. I mean, we were living in my mom's basement, right? So this was not as an effective, not an effective strategy for Whit and I to use. And for most people, 90% of people in network marketing, it's not effective.
It's not effective right now for the majority of people getting started.
And the reason is because you don't have influence over your network. You have to develop know, like, and trust with people. If people don't know you or like you or trust you, they're never going to want to join you. So it makes sense that you have to build the know, like, and trust factor before you can get into the direct recruiting and direct sales. But the problem with the majority of people and leaders in the industry is they think that because it worked for them, right? They hit top ranked status in 6 months. Anybody can do it and anybody can use this strategy. The problem is it's not duplicatable for those that don't have influence over their network.
And that is something that me and Carrie did not have when we first started. You know, we struggled for 6 months just to even enroll a customer into our business. And it was just because, I mean, we were likable people. We had friends. We had family that liked us.
We thought we were likable anyways.
Well, we thought we were, but we started to rethink that after we couldn't enroll anybody. But guys, what it really just came down to, and we realized, sadly it took us a little longer to realize this, is that we didn't have that know, like, and trust factor. We couldn't do that. Now, we got to a point where we started to get better at it because it just, over time, we got better at it, and over time, we started to build some relationships. But it was taking forever for us to do that, and we weren't building those relationships. So we didn't have that know, like, and trust factor. And so the direct selling approach for us just wasn't an effective strategy. Okay, and we fell into that category of 90 to 95% of people that first get into this industry, or maybe been in the industry for a little while and still not seeing the results that they want. That's where we sat. Okay?
If anyone else, if you're sitting there right now, maybe just raise your hand. Give us the hand raise emoji. Like,
hand in the air.
That's me. That's where I was, because that's where Whit and I were 2.5 years ago before we found EMP. So that's the first strategy that you can use, and it's effective so long as you have influence over your network.
You've already done that.
Okay. So the second strategy that we're going to talk about, completely agree. Same problem here. Yep. We have some people coming in, giving me the hand raises. I love it. So the second strategy that you can use that is effective. And the cool thing is it's more duplicatable for those people who are out there that don't have influence over their network yet. Okay. And this is what I like to call kind of a product strategy, a curiosity strategy. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Let's just say the basics of attraction marketing.
The basics of attraction marketing.
That's what it is, because guys, that's the whole point of EMP, is to teach attraction marketing not only at a higher end point, but also at a very, very, like, just getting started type point, and how to use the basic principles of attraction marketing to start to create, like Carrie said, curiosity. And for the most part, this is probably the most effective for a lot of people coming in.
For a lot of people that aren't ready to play at the bigger level yet. Okay? That's where this is. And most people, I'll tell you right now, most people fall into this part, okay, will end up falling into this category, and they will find success so long as they're consistent.
Hands in the air.
Yep, so you're exactly where Whit and I were. So how you use this product strategy is you're creating curiosity on social media around your products, around your business, by doing posts, by doing Facebook Lives.
But not just any type of post, guys, leading with education. Now, when Carrie talks about a product strategy, this isn't like, let's throw our links all over the place. This isn't about spamming. This isn't about any of that, going into groups and just randomly adding people, yada, yada, yada. But this is about actually having a strategy where you're building value around your audience, leading with value and education to build up to when you have that product post or whatever that may be, to really leverage that information, that value, that education. It becomes more powerful when you do that.
Yeah, and the big difference between this strategy and the strategy we're going to be talking about here in a second is this strategy is all done organically. It's done without paid advertising. It's you going in and making authentic connections with people.
And we want you to understand that this is very effective.
It is.
Because of the way Facebook is set up right now. Okay, they're giving dibs to those type of people that are able to leverage great content to their friends and family and followers on their personal pages. Okay, whereas the strategy that we're going to be talking about is very, very effective. This is
and it's how Whit and I have built. Yeah, using EMP. But of course, we're going to save it for last, right? We're not going to give you the goods right at the beginning.
Exactly. Chris, what's going on?
But the thing is with this downsized attraction marketing strategy that we're talking about right now, you're using posts. Not only are you using posts and Facebook Lives, but you're also using Facebook groups.
It works, Fran. Yes, it does.
You're allowing your team, your upline, cross lines, to help follow up with people with you in this certain strategy. You know, testimonials, other things like that. As a team, you're building. And those people that are brand new, just starting out, that don't have the network, right? Maybe those people that they didn't have the network and direct recruiting wasn't working for them. they're now able to see testimonials. They're able to get support from people
Yep.
that have had the success,
Yep.
right? That are seeing the results. And you're able to, as a team, help that person that doesn't have the network all of a sudden start to grow their network, engage with that network, and promote to their network.
And this is going to be the simplest form to really
Yep.
duplicate inside your team as a whole. Okay, this is going to be an easily duplicatable thing that you can get people taking action on just the basics. And like Carrie said, start to build that know, like, and trust, that influence inside their audience. Okay, this is going to be very, very effective. Okay, and as a whole, like as everybody getting on board with it, it's going to be the easiest to duplicate long term.
Yep,
Okay?
and when it comes to duplication in a network marketing business, you have to have a strategy in place for those
Least
people,
amount of friction.
right? The least amount of friction. And the network marketing teams that are exploding all over the world right now are the ones who are duplicating this strategy.
This middle strategy.
Right? Where you're taking attraction marketing and you're simplifying it to the person that can't spend money on ads, for the person that doesn't have a network starting out. And how you do this is through curiosity posts, Facebook Lives,
Using groups.
Do you suggest starting your own new group or joining into Upline's group?
That's
totally up to you.
Yep.
It depends on you. We personally, when we first started with this, we didn't have an upline to tap into.
And so Chris, you gotta look at the group and say, okay, is this following the attraction marketing or is it not? Okay, like, is this going to be something that I can build off of with what I'm currently learning, or am I going to take a few steps backwards? If it is, then start your own and start to build from there. But if you can tap into it because it's falling in line with what you're already learning, then you could.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's already, just like what just said, I'm going to re-emphasize it. If it's falling in line with the principles of attraction marketing that you're wanting duplicated in your business, then you can do that. One thing that you want to make sure that you do that is in place, though, is kind of a no poaching strategy.
Yes.
Where whoever adds a person to that group, they can't suddenly
Make
go
sure
and
you're very
join someone else. You want to be
that.
very clear on that. That anybody that comes into your group, you're tied to that person that invited you to take a look at the information. Okay, because it can be very easy for vivacious or more magnetic personalities for people to want to go and join them.
Yep.
You can't do that, right? There cannot be any fighting over people that are there. For Whit and I in our personal group, it's okay, who added them to the group? Who right now is building their business, right? Who is actively building their business.
And that's a huge thing. So we got a few things that we follow under when it comes to our groups that depicts where somebody's going to end up if they choose to join.
Yep. But for Whit and I, it was easiest to we went in with one person in our upline and we started the group together.
Yeah, Bart got kicked out of his group for that. So again, you're going to get different. So again, there's a two-way answer to that question, Chris, of see where it's at, see if it's going to be in line with the principles that Carrie is talking about. And if it's not, then start your own group and you can always go from there. Like I said, one way or the other, I don't think it's going to be bad one way or the other as long as it's following those principles.
Yeah. So here comes the third strategy. And this is my personal favorite.
Yep.
And so it actually there's 4 steps. And this is attraction marketing as a whole, okay? This is the big picture. This is where the big dogs play, all right? If you take a look at any top earner inside the network marketing space that is using online methods to build, chances are they are falling into this category, okay? And this is Attraction Marketing 101 and how you're going to use Elite Marketing Pro to build your business. So the first step 1, is promoting Elite Marketing Pro and getting results. Now, a lot of people, they tend to ask, well, how come I'm promoting Elite Marketing Pro?
How am I going to grow my business?
How am I going to grow my network marketing business if I'm growing Elite Marketing Pro? Well, here's the cool thing. So as you start to get results with EMP, I like to think of it as riding a bike. Okay, when you first start out in learning Facebook advertising, in building an audience, a global audience, right? You're going to use the easiest way to learn how to put together a funnel is to learn off of a funnel
that's already
working, that's already there, right? It takes the friction out of the back end where you only have to worry about, in the beginning, learning traffic, right? Learning how to drive traffic, learning how to bring people to your website. So it's like riding that bike. EMP is your training wheels, right? As you get going, as you start to master Facebook ads, as you start to master copywriting, as you start to master the whole process of putting a funnel together, you slowly take the training wheels off. And that's what Elite Marketing Pro teaches you how to do. That's what they want you to do. They don't want you to be tied to Elite Marketing Pro forever on end, right?
They actually want to push you out as quick as possible.
They want to push you out. And that's what they teach you how to do, right? They want you to get those results. What EMP is, I want you to memorize this little keyword that I'm going to give you, this phrase. It's an exposure agent, okay? EMP is a way for you to get results and then share with the market that you're building, share with your audience the results that you're getting and teach them how to get results. What this does is it builds the know, like, and trust and the influence over those people. And
it helps you establish yourself as an authority figure. Even if you haven't had the results or all the, you haven't made the six-figure or anything like that. Even if you've made $1, still you're starting to apply a strategy that is starting to see results. And again, it doesn't have to be big results. And you can leverage the stories of other people's results as they go through this as well. And it helps you establish yourself as that authority figure.
Yep. Okay? So how do you leverage an exposure agent? That's a big question that I end up getting. Well, okay, so this is an exposure agent. So there's 4 steps, like I said. The first step is promoting EMP and getting results. The second step is taking over your funnel. Okay, so you're slowly going to start taking over your funnel. The easiest ways to do this in the very beginning is doing your Facebook Lives, right? Sending emails to your list if you've taken over your list already. Doing a Facebook ad, right? Getting your blog put together, right? What else? Having consultation funnels, like that's the greatest part, doing a consultation, right? Offering to hop on a video chat or a phone call with someone that comments on your ad, or, what other ways? Giving, just the process of giving value at the front end of the funnel, okay? That's step 1. The second thing is, or the third thing, step 1 is promoting EMP, getting those results. Step 2 is taking over your funnel. Step 3 is promoting to your funnel. So you're going to, as you take over your list, right? As you take over your list, as you start taking the training wheels off of your bike, you're going to be able to put things in place to actually drive traffic to your network marketing business. So if anyone is on Wits in My List, you'll see that like at the bottom, on the PSs of a lot of my emails, I have a place there where people can go over and get more information about how they can work more closely with me. And that brings them into a place where they can get to know a little bit about us and our network marketing opportunity. Anytime I now have a whole consultation funnel set up to where people go through, they end up filling out a survey to work with us. Yep. Right? And it all started by learning the process from EMP. Yep. Once you learn the process of putting together a funnel, all of a sudden it becomes easier to build a funnel yourself. Yep. Okay? Then all you're doing is you're taking what you've learned and you're teaching it to your network so that you build influence and that know, like, and trust over that network. Yep. And then what do you think it's easier to do? It suddenly becomes easy to direct recruit. Yep. Okay?
Because now you've built that know, like, and trust factor. So just from the beginning when we first started this, the biggest problem that most people have in recruiting people is that they don't have the audience to recruit to. Yeah. Okay, they think that they do because they're cold calling their aunts and uncles and doing all that stuff. But what's real about it is that they realize that, holy crap, I can't actually direct recruit. I'm not getting the results that I want. Yeah. Okay, and so now all of a sudden we're coming back to that original problem and saying, okay, now you're building this.
Now I have influence over this network. Now I can go and I can direct recruit people, right? I can reach out and I can say, are you looking for something, right? Yep. Are you married? Are you currently married to your opportunity? Like if I slit your wrists, are you going to bleed your company's blood, right? Yep. If that's the case, cool. I've got EMP that I can show you. Make money off of them anyways. However, if they're not happy, if they're looking for something else, guess who they're going to want to follow? The person that's been in their inbox every day. The person who they see on Facebook Lives. The person who's helping them value. The person that's given them value and the person that's helping them get results.
Yep.
Right? Is this making sense to
How many of you
everyone?
are getting value out of this so far based off of what we've talked about so far? Just comment value down below if you guys have gotten value out of this so far, if this is making sense to you. Because again, guys, this is how EMP is going to, because that's probably a common question coming into all of this is okay, cool, how am I going to turn this of what I'm learning into recruiting people into my network marketing business? Guys, this is a process. This is a learning process. There's no, immediate 2-week plan that's all of a sudden going to do this. It really just comes down to how you take the training, start to apply the training, and make some amazing, amazing things happen following these steps. And everything that we talked about, this is exactly what me and Carrie followed. Exactly what we followed. Okay, sometimes it was a little bit different in different places. The second thing that we talked about, we applied a little later, and we applied the last thing a lot sooner. Guys, these are interchangeable things, but it's definitely things that you're going to want to do to really build that influence. The number one thing here is building that influence over your audience. Okay, and this is how you learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, is building those things. Now, if we could go back and do it all again, we would probably do it a lot smarter in the way that we just talked about.
Yeah.
But we didn't do it that way, and it still worked for us. And so, like Carrie is saying,
there's no right or wrong way, right? There's no right or wrong way to build
what works for you.
It's what works for you. What is going to be effective for you in how you're starting EMP right now.
Yep.
Right?
And you're going to go through some things that you might not feel as effective, and that's where we always talk about. We'll go back, evaluate, see what you're doing, what's working, what's not working, and what might you do differently in order to get on that right path.
Yeah.
Okay? So again, like we talked about, all of these ways are going to work, but what's effective for you? And that's what we want to identify. And that is probably the one answer that we can't give you.
You have to come up with that yourself.
You've got to come up with that answer yourself in what is going to be the most effective thing for you by going through this process, checking out the process, and going through it. So, everybody, Chuck, thanks for being on. Paul, what's going on, brother? Amy, Chris, Annette, Cindy, Floyd, Maria, Amber, Fran, Tanya, Bart, Janine, awesome guys.
Okay, we had a lot of people on.
Yeah, we did.
If we missed you, apologies. Hope that everyone has a great day. Daily Dose of Awesome will be live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Getting some more values coming through. I love it.
Sweet.
If you got value out of this video, what we ask that you do is that you go and you teach it to someone else, right? If you have someone that you've brought into EMP, or maybe teach it on more of a downscale. Do a Facebook Live. Teach people how they can get results inside their network marketing business and bring them into EMP.
Because I guarantee you just learned one thing that you could take over to your own following your people and teach. Just giving value, just straight value. And you would not believe the amount of, over time, maybe you're already in a place where you've kind of started doing this. All of a sudden you see your comments and engagement going up or whatever that may be. But guys, just start leading with value. There's value in everything that you're doing every single day. It's a matter of being intentional with what you're noticing is valuable.
Yeah.
Okay. And then sharing that value, and stop overthinking of whether or not it's valuable to everybody. Because you're not trying to recruit everybody. You're not trying to prospect everybody. You are just trying to find the people that are supposed to be with you and supposed to follow you. Yeah. So just find that value and share it.
Yep. And if there's anyone here inside the community that maybe wasn't able to hop on this Daily Dose of Awesome, and they're asking you, or they're asking in the community, how is this supposed to help me build my business? Tag them
in this
Daily Dose of Awesome, so that their questions can be answered and you don't have to be the person explaining it, right?
Yes.
Because here's the thing, all 3 strategies work. We're not here to diss any of the strategies. We're just here to say, okay, what's the most effective per individual with where they're starting out now? And for Whit and I, we wanted to play with the big dogs as fast as possible. And the way to do that was to promote EMP, was to learn the Facebook advertising. It was to do all of that so that we built influence over a network so that we could turn around and direct recruit them.
Yep.
All right?
So everybody have a great rest of your day.
Yes.
And again, love all the engagement that we got today. Love you guys. Have a great rest of the day, and just be ready for Daily Dose tomorrow.
Yep.
See everybody.